The theme of this episode is Homeland. First, let's look at Huang Ching-shan's painting, Ship of the Southern Country. It is Huang's most important representation of his work. Firstly, the size of the painting is huge. Secondly, it was completed with a style he learned himself. Self-taught, he did a painting of his hometown, of southern Taiwan as opposed to northern Taiwan. The Chinese junks in the painting contrast against the more colorful ones you can find on northern Taiwan's Danshui River. The whole piece was done simply using one color, red. It is filled with much of the artist's own style. It does not have the kind of details that you would find on Japanese paintings at official exhibits. It has instead the traditional strokes of Chinese ink paintings from the old days. The artwork features the scenery of Wutiao Harbor near Suixian Temple in his hometown. It is very detailed and painted as a close-up. During a war-torn period, because it was during the tense period of World War II, the artist painted the details of people resting leisurely on the deck of the boats. It is very interesting how this particular painting was featured at the Taiwan Governor General's exhibition. In theory, this was a tense time in history, and the exhibit would have asked for paintings centered around the war. But his painting of people taking a break from work makes for a huge contrast with this. The image is quiet and idyllic, in stark contrast to the state of Taiwan's war-torn society at the time. Because Huang Ching-shan was born in Tainan, his painting of his hometown is very distinct. The next painting we're going to talk about is from Liu Sin-ruh of Chiayi. His painting is of his hometown, Minxiong, formerly called Damao. The hay piles of Damao village was first done in pastel in 1936. Later, another rendition of it was done with oil on canvas. It looked like it received the influence of Western Impressionism. Liu Sin-ruh had studied at the Shanghai School of Art in China, so he had the opportunity to learn some European art forms. He was also influenced by Chen Po to study art in China. He undoubtedly had some interactions with Chen Po while in Shanghai. What's interesting is that the painting Chiayi Park he did after coming back to Taiwan, incidentally Chen Po had also done a similar painting. There could have been an error regarding the painting Chiayi Park dated 1938. It was for a time been noted as a work completed in 1928, but if you were to look at it closely, the number on the lower right-hand corner signed by the artist is not 1928. It could have been that before the painting was restored, the number 2598 looked like 1928. We figured that it could have meant the Japanese imperial year 2598. Which, when calculated according to the Western calendar, it should have been 1938. And that would have been when he returned to Chiayi from Shanghai and did the Chiayi Park painting. So it shows Chiayi Park in the 1930s. Yeh Huo-cheng was from Fongyuan, Taichung. While studying at the National Taipei University of Education, his painting, A Scene from Fongyuan, was selected for the first Taiwan Art Exhibition in 1927. Even though it is watercolor and he was just a student, he was already showing maturity in his works. He took the old scenery of his hometown and added some modern elements. That's why the painting has a townhouse and the electric poles of the Japanese occupation period, producing a very interesting piece of work combining old and new.